Welcome to another episode of Don't Panic Geocacher. My name is Aryan, or I go by Waterfan5 on the geocaching.com website, and I'm here to talk about how to solve mystery caches that involve clocks. The episode name is called TikTok, and just like TikTok videos, I'm going to try to keep it short today, give you a couple of puzzles that involve clocks. You can pause the video if you want to look at the puzzle itself first before I reveal the answer, or if you would like, you can just keep on playing and I will explain to you how the puzzles work. With that, let's get started. So, with clocks, of course, for those of you that are old enough, they will know that they have an analog and a digital version of a clock. And that can often be used in puzzles. So sometimes it makes it more easier to have it in digital. Sometimes it makes it harder to be in a digital format and you have to convert it to an analog format first. So I'm going to use both in this video. So let's take a look at some examples and we'll start with the first puzzle. So with each one, I'll give you a hint, the title. So this one, hour and minutes. This is the simplest one of them. And roughly the area which is going to be in Rome, Italy for this video. So we see here 5 clocks, and this is the time that if you want to pause the video, this is the time to do it. And I will reveal the answer in a second. So yeah, we see here 5 clocks, but we're looking for a full coordinate, so somehow each clock needs to give us more than one digit. Well, this is one of those examples where writing it out in a digital format may help you, because if we write down every number, then we get 415, and here we see 341, and if we do that for all of them, right, we get these numbers, and we see that nicely lines up with the coordinates, right, 415, 415, 341, 341, 701, etc., etc. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple puzzle if you know how to read an analog clock. So let's go for the next one. Slightly more complicated, and now we're looking at a digital clock. So same starting location. The hint this time is flags, and you can assume the degrees, N41 and E12. Give you a second to pause if you like, and then I will go into the answer. Now we see here 10 clocks, right? And we need 10 digits. So it's safe to assume that each clock will represent one specific digit. Could be many ways it could be done, but the hint here is flags, and that's what we're going to use. So for this one, it makes more sense to first convert them to the analog clocks. So let's do that. So we convert all the times and we basically get now what those times represent. Now you may notice something. Even though some of them represented different times, they kind of have the same hand situation. So 10:30 in the morning and 10:30 in the evening, military time, kind of show the same, right? And even here 5:53 kind of have the same hand position. And that is because we're using here the so-called flag semaphores. So the semaphore alphabet is a flag alphabet, old-fashioned time used for ships, where each position of the flags represents a certain letter or number. And so now we can basically signal the numbers, and we're using the hands of a clock to basically represent that number. So if we do that here again, you see I overlaid the semaphores, and so this flags a 5, this flags a 3, this flags a 4, and so on, and we get the digits that we need for this puzzle. So in the next one, where we go on, it's called follow the arrow. Again, similar scenario, degrees are given, and I will give you an opportunity to look at the puzzle and see if you can solve it. Okay, so let's look at the arrow. This is probably the most complicated of the 3 that I'm going to present to you in this video. So the arrow is the hint here, because what we can do with each of these is make an arrow out of the hands of the clock. So we'll see that right here. So basically I'm making an arrow out of each of them, and you see the arrow now points to a specific scenario on the clock. And now we get the time, so this one points to the 5, this one points to the 3. So each time we go exactly in the middle, right? So here it is right here, and we go 7 steps back. Here we go 7 steps forward, right in the middle, and it points to the 3. And we do that for each one. And we point out 2 numbers. So now you have, again, the 10 digits that we need for the coordinate. So those were some examples of how clocks can be used. There's many different ways. For example, think of a clock as a compass. Now basically the clock can give certain degrees, right? The clock can point to a specific degree number here, and you can even use the other hand to again give another degree if you wanted to. And so for example, you could say, well, it's 41, 59 and stuff like that, or you can just do it more exact, or you can calculate percentages of how far the clock is in comparison to 360, right? And do some math and calculate that. You can also look at the pie chart. For example, here we have a certain percentage of the pie colored in one way, but you can nicely see the clock hands there. So this of course will give us a percentage that gives us a number, or in the other way around. If we just give the percentage, you basically have to draw that as a pie chart, and now you get a number again. So these are just a couple of other ways of how clocks can be used. So with that, the end of the video. I promise to keep it short in this video. So if you liked it, please subscribe. If you like shorter videos, please like the video. If you have any feedback or want to contact me, feel free to reach out on the geocaching.com website or leave a comment on the video. With that, thank you very much.